So I did this last year for Halo 5 at its first anniversary, kind of a state of the union sort of video, if you would. And just talked about how the game was, how it was doing, where things were, what the community sort of vibe was. So let's do it again. It's Halo 5's second anniversary. We're another 365 days into the latest Halo FPS shooter with no real look as far as when Halo 6 is coming out. So, with all the details and everything else that we got, let's talk about Halo 5 2 years in. So what's up everybody, how's it going? Legundo here, welcome back, and today we're talking about Halo 5 a little bit more. Specifically, we're talking about where Halo is 2 years into Halo 5, and how the franchise is doing overall, what the overall direction seems to be, and what could possibly be coming next. And it's funny, if I would have recorded this video a week ago, we would have had some very different sort of arguments happening during this video. Instead, things are turning in a weird way, but it's interesting to talk about Halo overall, and then specifically Halo 5's health. Right now, Halo 5 is in the middle of the weapon tuning playlist update, testing, tweaking, and changing. We still haven't gotten Operation Deep Dive as far as what's going on with that tuning screwdriver, but it looks like the updates are coming on November 7th, which means in just a couple weeks, we'll have the new BR, which hopefully isn't as trash as the tuning playlist BR, the new weapons, new changes to power-ups, grenade changes as well, and a few map weapon placement changes to make all of that make sense. Overall, community feedback on the weapon tuning playlist was kind of mixed, with a lot of people, myself included, saying the tuned BR just felt not worthy of being a starting weapon, and it appears that they've admitted that they overbalanced certain things and are going back a little bit, but I hope that transparency continues after the weapon tuning is totally gone live. That way, further changes can really sort of happen quickly if necessary to make sure the community's really in a good spot. But by far, the best part of Halo 5 continues to be its Forge mode and custom games. So many different features and so many crazy capable forgers are still unlocking new things every day in Forge, including a minigame from an N64 game that I loved to play back in the day that you'll see on the channel in a couple weeks whenever that one falls into the schedule. But there are so many great things with Halo 5's Forge, and I'm really excited to see what happens as that moves forward into Halo 6 and other titles. Also, we had some in-game assets leaked via Game Cheat 13, who was able to find a couple extra Forge items that just didn't make it to the final game. At this point, with the non-content that really happened in the last update, since it was all just sort of sustained and no real new stuff, I'd be willing to bet we're not going to see any of the remaining leaked weapons or items make their way into Halo 5's play, which means that Pro Pipe, not gonna happen. The Halo Reach plasma launcher, probably not happening either. Unfortunately, yeah, I think we're probably not going to see those extra game modes either, unless they really pull something out of the woodwork. After the Halo 5 Xbox One X patch, we're probably done as far as content when it comes to Halo 5, and that's sad, but at the same time, with the tools that are available to the community, they're going to be able to create some amazing content as well. The main problem though right now is even though these custom games and Forge maps are continuing to be even more amazing with each passing week, the amount of people playing Halo 5 custom games has definitely declined. So if you go to the custom games browser, you see a page, maybe 2 of custom games, compared to when the feature launched having pages upon pages of matches. So hopefully the weapon tuning playlist and the Xbox One X 4K patch will be able to get more people playing Halo 5. Barring that, maybe it's time for another price drop, but that decision's not mine, and with the MCC coming up for update very soon, we might just see that get more player base than Halo 5 itself. I mean, as always, you're going to have people who are naysayers against Halo 5 in its entirety. The presence of rec packs, the campaign, which still just wasn't the best, and you can't really patch that, it is what it is, and the overall balancing or goal of the game with its movement, mobility, functionality. You're never going to please everybody. There will always be people who dislike the game based on principle. But at the same time, I have to say that it's grown into something that's worth playing and definitely worth keeping up in, even if I haven't really been the best about that. Halo 5 is a decent, albeit imperfect game, so if that's good enough for you, then you're probably playing it already. And if it's not, you've probably already moved on way before this video ever published. But at the same time, if you're thinking about getting it, it's good for a couple rounds and some fun with friends. Alright, that's 2 years into Halo 5. Will we be making a 3 years in, or are we going to see the next Halo before then? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Also, let me know what you think about Halo 5. Where does it stand? Good, bad, indifferent? Or have you moved on to Destiny 2, Titanfall 2, or any of the other shooters that are happening around here? Well, as always, you know what to do. Like the video if you like it, dislike it if you hated it, subscribe for some more Halo news and analysis here on the channel. And I'll talk to you next time.